Hello Libra, welcome to your daily inspo. If you are new here, I'm Auji and this is Sacred Libra, where we talk all things Libra. Welcome, 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 welcome. I do have a question for you today, and today we're going to be ending off the week, happy Friday, with some gratitude. So, what are 3 things that you are grateful for that happened for you this week? Yes, we're doing in present time gratitude, the things that you are thankful for. Are you happy that it didn't rain? Are you happy that, you know, you were able to make it on work this time? Or maybe you were late and maybe your boss didn't say anything. Like, what are 3 things that you are grateful for that happened for you this week? Okay. Ending off the week with gratitude, ending off the week with love, just so much love and appreciation for the things that we do have in our life. All right. So this is the last call, Libra, for you to get your reading 35% off. At Sacred Libra, I do have a reading sale going on. It was the new moon sale. Now I'm gearing in to get ready for the full moon sale. So if you definitely want to take advantage of this sale, and this is a steal, it's 35% off any reading, all readings, the whole site. And the coupon code is SNOW. Okay, you're going to see all the information here. I posted in the community, and I also sent emails out to those of you guys that are signed up to the website. So if you want to receive those emails where I do have sales, I may have a reading that's going on sale. I may have something special just for those of you guys who are signed up at my website. You make sure you want to go and sign up at Sacred Libra. Make sure you're signed up at sacredlibra.com. All right, because the sale ends tomorrow. The sale ends 2/17. All right, 2/17/24. That sounds like the number. Who playing the number today? Who playing the number? I don't know what number that is because I still don't know, but how to do it. I still don't really know how to do it. I like to scratch off things just because as a kid, like my grandmother used to let me scratch off. So I didn't never know that it was like money you could win, but I just wanted to scratch off the cards. So I like to get me scratch offs here and there. And I win a lot. I win a lot. If I don't win, I win what I paid for. So it's like a win-win to me. And I just do it because it's fun. And my inner child likes to do it. We have a lot going on with you. First of all, the Akashic records are over. Your cup is running over. Your cup is running over. Did I say the Akashic records are over? The Akashic records are open and your cup is running over. There's an amazing idea that can possibly change your life. And you get this by going in, into your intuition, into that God mind, that God within, that Christ within. There's a need for you to connect with that. I've been connecting with the God within, and there's been a lot of things that's been happening. Like a lot of things, like fast manifestations that has been happening in my life, and I can't do anything but be grateful for all of these things that are happening. So I do feel like that there's a lot of ideas that can come to you. Also with these ideas, I do have a download for you. And the download is you are creating a fuss. People are creating a fuss over you, whether it's a positive fuss or a negative fuss. It's this energy where you create a lot of commotion in a room, or you create a lot of talk, or you create a lot of drama or something like that. It doesn't have to be bad drama. It doesn't have to be, just be dramatic energy. And the reason why is because there's something that's going on with your name right now. Yeah, something's going on with your name. But getting this download, somebody has this thing going on that if you just speak Libra's name, it just creates some dopamine within you. Create something that's addictive, where once a person starts speaking your name, they're not going to be able to stop speaking your name. Once the person starts speaking about you, whether it's good or bad, they're not going to be able to stop speaking your name. Something's going on with your name right now. Especially if you may see your name places. And my name is not a common name, okay? So I doubt it. Like when they have those little keychains, I don't even look on those things because I'm like, oh, why bother? Okay. But especially my full name, like absolutely not. I'm not finding that nowhere. But if you see your name or you see something that has your name on it or something like that, that's going to be really, really significant. So you may want to go somewhere where you can see your name, like check your mail. Go, if you have your email, that's your name or whatever, get some things like your name, even for you. You may even want to say your name. There's something that's happening with your name. Somebody loves to say your name. And it's not just like, oh, you love to keep my name in your mouth. Like, it's literally a drug. It's literally giving them these feel-good hormones going through their body. Like, you're literally helping them. So I do feel like some of you guys need to also bless your name. Bless your name. If you haven't blessed your name, bless your name. And bless what comes back to you from your name. All the good that you're doing, because you're giving feel-good hormones out with your name. So I feel like in return, like, you need something from the universe. Okay? Ain't not free. This ain't gonna be feeling good up off me. Okay? So I do feel like you should bless your name, and whatever comes back from your name, like, bless it. All things good come to you, whoever speaks your name or whatever, especially if it's a large group of people. Like, just bless your name. Put a blessing on your name. We do have the park. There's a new love here. A new love. Also, we do have false friends. I've been getting this energy too about these false friends. And this energy that I've been getting here is there's people who want to be around you. Like, I never really got, like, the weird shit that people do. Like, if you don't like something, why are you following it? If you like, come on now. Like, that's the only thing about this, like, like, not even generation, but that's the thing about these, like, people that I just really don't get. Like, the go hard trolls that's following, and I just don't get trolling. I understand evoking emotion and all of that stuff, but those emotions come back to people. Like, when we thinking in terms of energy, when you emotionally invoke some type of emotions or erupt something, those things come on back. They have to. It's yours. So that's the only thing I really don't get. I probably will never get it. I don't think I'm supposed to get it, for real, for real. But there's some type of false friends here. There's a new love and there's fake friends. Now, are these fake friends surrounding a new love or whatever? I'm thinking that they are surrounding a new love. And for some of you guys, you're going to realize who your friends are when you fall in love. And I say this because a lot of people don't want to see you happy. And you're going to realize that, oh, wow, that was a friend that didn't want to see me happy. Yeah, a lot of people do not want to see you happy. A lot of people don't want to see you in love. A lot of people don't want to see you, smiling and, in that moment of like, a lot of people expected you to just, I don't know, be lonely. There could be a person who's lonely too, or who's in a miserable relationship, and they want you to be in a miserable relationship too. Also, surrounding this relationship here, be mindful if there is a friend or a fake friend that's trying to project their relationship on you. This ain't that. And I know people get mad at it because you want it to be this so bad, but it's not. Anybody with eyes can see that this isn't that. And people get mad, and it's not your job to kind of make sure everybody isn't mad or upset, but sometimes you just have to set stuff straight. This is a totally different thing. A totally different thing than that. And you can be mad all you want because you may believe in love in a different type of way, or you may believe that all men or all women are the same type of way, but this is not that. This bond is not that karmic, miserable bond. And I do feel like this is me saying this, Libra. This ain't you saying this to nobody. This is me telling you. Like, it's not the same thing. And this is you knowing that, yeah, I know, it's nowhere near. This is a person seeing it and distancing themselves from you. Because you'll be surprised how many friends that you make in misery and discomfort and sadness and stuff like that. Trauma bonding. So these friends, they weren't really your friends. They were just trauma bonding with you. Y'all had similar traumas and y'all bonded over those traumas. But now that you're not in the trauma anymore, can the relationship withstand? Can the friendship withstand? No. You would think it gets better, but sometimes it don't. And I've been through that situation where you could have a friend that remembers you in a certain stage in your life, and the moment that you get out of it, you're acting funny, you're the problem. You don't, it's kind of weird. And it's like, I thought we were supposed to be growing. Like, my dream is that we get to grow together. But I know God has a different dream. I know we can't grow together. I know most people don't grow together. It's just those special ones that you're able to have in your life where you're able to grow with. I always looked at it like, I wish I can grow with my friends. I wish I can grow with certain family members. I wish we could, because I want it to be as comfortable as it can be, because growing is such an uncomfortable thing. So how about we grow together and we just be there to support each other and blah, blah, blah. But then it kind of gets me, like, I can hear my friends saying, you think you live in a perfect world. This is not a perfect world. But I try to make my world as perfect as it can be. And for some of you guys, this friend person, they're distancing themselves. Or they are saying things that is going to let you know that they're not really your friends, or they could be trying to come in between a relationship, a bond. If you have a friend that is trying to be in your relationship and put like drama in it, get them to stop. Someone's healed. Somebody's healed. I do also feel like that there's a person who, once you move on, they're going to become really close with your ex. They weren't really that cool at first, but the moment that you move on, they're going to come really close with with your ex. It has nothing to do with you. I mean, with your ex, it has everything to do with you. There's nothing really going on with your ex and that person. They're trying to get a reaction out of you. And it's so low. I do not like reading this tired ass energy. Like, I don't like that at all. I don't like that. But there's a good bond here. There's a good bond. Somebody is healing here. There's a new love that's coming in. It's great. Like I said, this ain't that. Something is healing. And this is how you know that a person was a false friend, because there's a time in life where you just, a time where you just want your friends to be happy, right? You just want happiness. You want them to be, doing the best out of life. And if you see them with a person who's bringing the best out of them, if you have a problem with that, then there's an issue there. There's a hidden issue. You have a problem with something that's bringing the best out of a person, okay? Then there's a problem there. There's a problem. Not the worst. We got to be real with ourselves now. Not the worst. Not you going on emotional roller coasters, you drinking heavy, you binge eating, you smoking more, you know, you lying more, you getting into, I'm talking about the best type of energy. You have a person that's bringing the best energy. You see your friend glowing. You see them doing better. You see them treating themselves better. They may be treating you better. They may be caring about life in a different type of way. I mean, truly that best energy. And some of you guys do have relationships that you can just see you glowing in them. You could just see everything's happening. You could see. And then some people have relationships where you can see everything going downhill. You can see like, oh my gosh, this is not like you. This is not like that. And also steer clear of that energy. Like my grandmother told me a very, very powerful thing when it comes to people in that energy. You have to steer clear to it because then they will start not liking you for just giving you. And I know that Libras, we're honest. I know that we've been in places where a person just, they won't like you because you told them the truth. So the thing she told me when it comes to matter of the heart, you have to be very, very mindful what you say because a person would then turn that over on you. And I've been through that so many times because it be a lot, y'all. It's hard to have this sight. It's hard to have this sight. And I'm not a know-it-all. If I'm wrong, I'll be like, girl, I was wrong. I thought da-da-da-da. But look, I was wrong. I'm that type of person. I mean, this is just life. What am I scared to admit that I'm wrong for? It's just life. I'm just a baby here. I don't know everything. I don't know every damn thing. I don't want to. But yeah, some people will possibly get mad at you, feel slighted by you. And then it could be really, really bad where this person actually don't like you. I've had people like don't like me because I didn't told them the truth. Now I may not have told them the truth in the most loving, compassionate way. I give you that. May not have. May have told them the truth in the worst way. And they say like if you throw the truth at a person, you might as well insult them because that's how much the truth hurts when you get the truth. So I'll be trying to. I think I've definitely been able to convey the truth in a more nurturing way, where I'm not like throwing it at a person. Like, you don't see this? Because sometimes I'd be like, are you serious? But then there's sometimes where I don't see, and I want the comfort and the nurture and be like, oh my gosh, you don't see what that is? But this is probably what I'm looking at. It may not be. But yeah, sometimes people will not like you because you told them the exact truth. Like the exact truth. Like you kept it all the way. They asked you, how you feel about this? What's your opinion? And you gave them your opinion. And they're like, oh, how dare she? How dare Libra give me their opinion? And it happens. And that person is like, you wish this on my relationship. You did this. It's like, little old me. But we have a surprise coming out here. Observe your critic. I told you somebody is criticizing you. Stand your ground. For some of you guys, you realize who your critic was. This is previous energy of you observing. Like, I observe you. You are a critic. You're judgmental of everything that I do. So you already know who this person is. Stand your ground against them. There's a surprise that's coming to you, that there's a critic that's going to be very, very judgmental about your surprise. We talked about this. And that amazing idea, there's people that's talking. So you got critics here. Don't they have like a critic awards? Just criticizing. Just criticizing. What is bothering you right now is sitting on some type of huge surprise. holding it in, staying with it, sitting with it. It's some type of huge surprise. It's like, oh my God. Also, dealing with tolerating a person's envy of you. There's a person who's been very envious of you, and for some reason, you have kept them close. This could be family. This could be a close friend. You want to check those out, because this could be a close friend. This could be family. But for some reason, you've kept a person close to you. And as things are unfolding in your life that you truly, truly want, you're finding it hard to stay in that place with all of the knowledge that you know about this person. Now, envy, be careful. We dance around envy all the time, but I'm pretty sure y'all have all heard that story about that girl who went to, I think, was it Mexico with her friends? She went to Mexico with her friends, and she died. It was like, I think everybody was jumping her. You had guys too in it. And there needs to be a conversation that we give our kids and people about envy. Sometimes we keep people around and we like, I know she hating on me. I know they hating. Like, she look at her face. And you keep that around. You keep that energy around. And you can feel that energy around you. And it may even be like a family member or something that you keep around you or something like that. But it could get very ugly. So just envy, jealousy. People always mix it up. Jealousy is the ain't that bad one. But everybody looks at jealousy like, oh, it's the green-eyed demon. Envy, being envious, that is the deadly one. Because an envious person don't want you to have what you have. We didn't even get into what the envious person has. But the envious person don't want you to have whatever you have. And what happens when you don't really have much? Don't really have a lot of money. Don't really have the best relationship, okay? Don't really have the best living situation. What possibly could a person be envious of? Now, if you have money, I understand that, okay? I understand if you have money. If you have a loving relationship, which this person is, I understand, okay, you want love. You don't got love. You want love. But when you got to look at people who are envious over just your energy. That's a deadly one. That's the one I want this person to stop breathing type of thing. Because it's not that I want to take this person's money and leave them broke. No, they don't really have anything. It's just their energy. Also be mindful of a person who is envious of the love other people show you. The love that you get from other people. That also can cause a whole rampage of stuff. So I feel like you are finding it very, very hard to sit in this envy with the person, and there's a big surprise that you're having a hard time holding it in. You know who's going to give you good energy. You know who's going to give you fake love. And it's just like you've already found out who your critics are, who's been the most judgmental of it. And a lot of this comes from envy. An envious person cannot say, I'm happy for you, cannot say congratulations, cannot sit in something that's all about you and keep it all about you. They have to shift the energy in a room. Why? Because they don't want you to have the energy. So an envious person could usually be the person who always makes something about them. And this could be your party. This could be your whatever. Now all of a sudden they got an attitude and they just this and they want everybody to come to them. Well, what's wrong? What's wrong? I cannot stand girls like that. OMG. Like, shut up. Okay. Party's almost over. Go home and be that. I really can't stand that. And I see that happen a lot in friendship groups. And I don't know if people are not aware of it, or are they just giving a person a pass because they always do this? Yeah, because they've always been envious of you. They've letting you get used to their envious ways. So I feel like that you're getting really, really hard. It's going to be very, very hard for you to to deal with something, to continue to deal with it when you already figured out who they were. First, you probably didn't. First, you thought something could have been innocent, but you didn't. All right? You believe that you need to assess the situation. You know that you're loved. You have the new moon in Libra. And you know that right now you're shining. And right now you're working on revealing only what needs to be seen, not too much. Something is holding, and you're holding in a surprise, holding in this good news. And the amazing idea, it could be some type of success. You're holding in something good. It could be a love relationship. You're holding in this good, and you can't sit on it because you're a person when something's good is happening in your life. You want to sing. You want to yell. You want everybody to know, the neighbor, the mailman, like, I'm feeling good. It's a beautiful day. But there's a situation that you do need to assess. Something has stirred your mind or stirred your interest that you feel like I need to look more into a situation. You need to attend to certain details. I feel like this will be that envious person who you're trying to also, while you have this good news, this could have been one person that you told or something like that. The problem is somebody is not taking a reality check. The problem is also that you are not kind of looking at the things that are happening. Like, come back to reality. Yes, in a perfect world, this person would be happy. In a perfect world, it would only be like, okay, maybe they were going through things and they would just be that light. But in reality, in this life that we're living now, it may not be that fantasy that you created in your mind. It may actually be some real stuff that a person has or a person could be dealing with. I do also feel like that this person could have a bit of control over you and stepping in your power because you have been taught, this is learned behavior, to walk on eggshells because another person can't handle your success. And this could definitely be family. It's a sticky relationship. Good friends, friends that you've known for a long time. And you've learned to walk on eggshells to keep them comfortable when it comes to your success. So I do feel like for some of you guys, you can be, right now, all of this is happening for a reason. I feel like Spirit is telling you that it's going to happen in front of everybody. It's going to happen in front of everybody. And this will be like I am preparing a table. Everybody will get to see this. How are you going to move? What type of strategy could you come up with? What things do you need to stop? What things do you need to start doing? Because it's going to happen in front of everybody. Okay? At first, you were able to see the bigger picture in the beginning, in the past. You were able to see the bigger picture, so this helps you push through an insecurity that you had. Push through all the insecurities. Push through. You were able to see something for what it was. And then something else happened. Then something else happened where you weren't able to quite push through your insecurities that well. First, you knew that, okay, they're going to come with that negativity or they're going to da-da-da-da when it comes to a person. And you didn't really pay into it. You didn't let it get in, but then it started getting in. Which means you was around a person. But in the future, you release your blocks and this person is a block. Relax. Relax. Believe in your good luck. This is the surprise here. Take an inspired action. Believe in your good luck. You're lucky. believe in your luck. Another person does. Somebody else does. You better believe it. Somebody else believes in your good luck. Somebody else is counting on your good luck. There's a need for you to believe in it, though. Then it makes it even more powerful and even more magical. Do you believe in your own good luck? Do you believe in you? The approach that somebody is making right now to show their envy is chaos. Making things about them, complaining, being the drama in the room, being the whatever. Someone could also be trying to get you to focus on chaos. This could be those false friends. Focus on this person, this false friends with this new love. Focus on what this person did in the past. Focus on like things that don't have anything to do with you. Turn your sight. Somebody is trying to get you to either talk yourself out of a blessing, talk yourself out of some type of good luck, or, move yourself out of this. But there's a person who's using chaos, destruction, drama, all of that. This could definitely be that person of those spurts of negativity that's coming in, trying to turn the narrative of the conversation to it being against you and not for you. This would be that envious person. And you can feel it. You know what it feels like. That's why. You know what it is. The influence from people around you. So like we said, gratitude. We ended the day off with gratitude. There's influential people around you that is going to make you be really, really happy for what it is that you have. And I've been getting that on deep, deep, deep levels. Like deep levels. Like I'm happy. Like I used to say this all the time. And I'm not really a person who do man bashing. And I don't really like it. Right? I don't really like it. Like we can talk about certain things, but I'm not that type of person who just gonna be like, let's talk about these men. Let's talk about everything that I would like to talk about what I like about them or something but that's just who I am. And I've been getting this thing on relationships. How I'm thankful for the men that I've come in contact with, and they have not been perfect, but they ain't handled me in ways that people are getting handled. And I'm just thankful of how I'm handled. I think I said that again, and this isn't a flex. This is just what it is, For me, the handling, and I look at other people's situations and my heart go out, and I'm like, oh my God, I would have been broken to pieces. And I'm just glad that God has mercy on me. I'm glad that He knows that would break me to pieces, like to pieces. For some of it, it could just be like the way a person talks. I can't do verbal abuse at all. I can't do that. And I've just been so grateful, because it's hard to leave a certain situation when you're in love. And sometimes you put up with certain things. And I'm just happy that I was just putting up with the little stuff I was putting up with. Okay. Completely happy. So I do feel like that there could be people around you that could be showering you back to certain things, and you'll be surprised that you actually grateful that you had that instead of that one. And I feel like that's how life is. And sometimes you can take the good out of it. Sometimes people take the negativity out of it. But I'm pretty sure we've all had a situation, or we've all heard something where we're like, oh goodness, that's terrible. I'm glad I got my own problems. It's just like, I'm glad we don't have to share problems. I'm glad we don't, it's like, it's just a sense of silence with yourself. Like, wow, I'm glad nobody tried to play with me like that. I'm happy. I'm thankful. Thank you, God. I didn't even see. I'm thinking God could have protected me more. But then I see what's really going on out of here. You was protecting me. And then with that other person that may have that story that make you feel protected, they may hear something that's like, wow, I'm thankful that I only had this going on. It keeps on going and going and going and going and going. The moral of the story is be grateful for what you have, because the next person can have way worse. And I do feel like you could be around a person who has way worse. For some of you guys, you could be around that envious person and you're just great that you don't have, you're grateful that you don't have that envious bone in your body. You're grateful that you don't want nobody not to have what it is that they have. You can see people and admire and be like, oh, I want that too. But you don't want a person not to have what it is that they have. You don't even, you're not trying to stop a person. You're not trying to lower a person's self-worth or self-image. You're not putting lies on, making rumors about people. You could be grateful for your own character. Like, there's some people around here that I'm like, I'm grateful that I don't have that, like, spiteful, vengeful, revenge filled type of bone, or that anger where I just and my mouth get a little crazy, or used to, because I've been handling it, but it get a little crazy. But I'm happy that I don't let it go. Like, I don't take the leash off that thing and let that thing run around. Like, it's been some times but it didn't run around. It ain't pretty. But I'm happy that I don't really let it go. With certain things, I'm like, God damn, you said that? They're like, yeah, I said it. And I'm like, oh my God. And that's because I had to learn at a young age to bite my tongue. And it's the hardest thing that you can do. And I feel like it even fucks me up because I'm a Libra. And we always got some 2 cents to add to something. But it really messes it, like, that was the hardest thing. I was like in middle school when I learned that my mouth was getting a little reckless. And I was like, well, I'm hurting. I don't mean to hurt people the way that I'm hurting people. And it's like when I say something that I'm just hurting people. So let me try to bite my tongue. And that was the hardest thing. Oh my gosh. And then again, I was trying to fit in and be cool. And I guess I was a little too emotional and letting things get to me. And it was like, you got to learn to bite your tongue. So I tried it for like years. And I was like, you know what? I just want to speak. I got something to say. So I grew out of fitting in. I'm like, well, somebody they ain't gonna like what I say sometimes. I ain't gonna say it mean, but just like I didn't like what that person said. It's okay. You'll live. You tough, right? Anyways. Oh, Libra, please tell me you're not trying to change somebody. You can't. You can't. You can't. If you ain't gonna listen to nobody, listen to somebody who done tried. Who done hurt themselves trying to change a person. It's not up to you. You think you can force a person to change or make somebody change. That's God's work. And sorry, you're not equipped for that job. Just not equipped for that job. You can make a person see something. You can make a person give a spark of inspiration. But the fact of changing who a person is, no. If a person is envious, if a person is struggling with an envious spirit, has an envious spirit inside of them, has this from a long time, something that you've already observed, this envious spirit inside of them, where you could have seen it as a child just by not wanting to share or kicking over people's blocks and da-da-da-da. And this thing has developed into a grown being, okay? This is out of your hands. And this, when it comes down to the serenity prayer, this will be one thing that you will not be able to change. And this will be something that you will have to swallow. That it's nothing you can do. I don't want you to work yourself. I don't want you to overwork yourself. And I was just about to call her and she calling. I don't want you to overwork yourself or stress yourself out to the bone where it feels like you're trying to change a person and this is something that you have no control over. You don't have control over what another person does. You have all control over what you do. And that is you turning it back. And I know you don't want to leave a person, because sometimes when we get into that, I want to change a person. And it doesn't work. We feel like we're leaving them to the wolves. We're not leaving them to the wolves. You're not leaving the person to the wolves. Okay? What you're doing is realizing, A, that you don't have power in that area when it comes to changing another person. And I'm talking about the spirit, even with, if you feel like you can change somebody. And I feel like that's the number one thing. A wise man, shout out to my Nigerian man, okay, be giving me, the Nigerians be giving me the tea when it comes to dating, but they a little crazy when it comes to dating. But my Nigerian man told me, or whatever, that you cannot change a person. If you are ever with a person because of what they could be. Now, not what, like, you can see a person, like, see, they're doing so good, they can be. I'm talking about that. No, you don't like the way this person talks to you. You don't like the way that they call you. You don't like how they don't put you as a priority. You don't like that they don't spend time with you. You don't like how they. This is. They're showing you how they are. They're showing you how you love, how they love, and you have to make a decision. Do I want to participate in this or not? And be careful about participating. Y'all might need to watch. I just seen a clip on there, and I got to watch Auntie Ayanla because she was speaking it. The spiritual code of conduct, especially women, have to watch that, because that spiritual code of conduct will tell you the moment that you start accommodating, the moment that you start accepting things that aren't a reflection of who you are, what you are worth, you start making accommodations in every other area in your life. And she is not lying. So the moment that you get with the person based off of what they could be, and a lot of us, we have this perfect man or this perfect woman in our minds, and we get with a person and we try to tweak them, or the best one. A lot of women do this, and I have been in that space, so this is no judgment. We get with these men, and we start acting. We start getting ready for a role. We start rehearsing for this role to fit whatever this cookie cutter image that this person wants, that we kind of throw ourselves out. We kind of lose this relationship with ourselves. And then once this thing does not work, because it's probably not going to work, you have to put the pieces up for yourself. You have to put yourself back together. So for this person, and this is not a relationship that I feel. For some of you guys, this can be a love relationship, but I'm seeing like a family relationship, a friendship relationship. You feel like you can change a person. And I'll share this story as I'm closing this. And this is very dear because I seen. My mother was a very successful woman. Very successful. One of the women that I look up to like the most. Taught me so much when it comes to business, love, friendship. And she had these friends that were not necessarily, or this friend that was not necessarily on her level. And I grew up with my mother. We wasn't doing the, up there like rich. We was just like middle class. But my mother was the type of friend that if she had it, you had it too. And I grew up like vividly with my mother going grocery shopping for us. And it makes me cry because it's like pure souls like that. But my mother would go grocery shopping for us. And also she would go grocery shopping for their house. And as a child, I'd be like, why are you getting them? We used to be like, why are you getting them food? Why are you getting them? She was like, when you have friends that are struggling, or you have friends and you can help, you can do anything to help them. You do whatever to help them. It's nothing for me to get them groceries. Like clockwork. It would be my brother going to get his haircut. She would pick up her boys, get their haircuts for school. We getting our hairs braided for school. She would pick her girls up, get their hair braided for school. Just such a good sibling, like sisterhood bond. With this woman, you would think that this woman would be appreciative of it. This woman grew so envious that when my mom got on her feet and opened up her business, wrote her books and stuff like that, she was envious, and she made it seem like you're always trying to throw your success in everybody's face. And my mother was so hurt because she was like, I never, ever wanted to do that. I'm just celebrating this book. They know I've been wanting to write. And me growing up, I remember my mother sitting at a computer writing books, like just being a little kid. Like I'm working on, like her and her girlfriends would talk about the topics. And so when she finally got to the age where she was able to push out her book, I'm 100% proud, and I'm a kid, and I don't even know what the story is about, but I'm like, wow, I remember she always wanted to do this. She always wanted to do this, and she finally did it. And the friend was mad, like called her some terrible things, and we was just sitting there like, and we've always had a thing like, that's not, I don't like that relationship. And no matter what you do, no matter what you do, and of course, like my mother still probably like, I still love that girl. No matter what it is that you do, you cannot stop a person from looking at you enviously. It's something within them. You may think like, oh, let's share. I'm going to get me something. I'm going to get you something. We're going to get each other the same things. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. And you may think that you're doing it, but a person with an envious soul will look at you like, they trying to act like they better than me. They trying to do this to make it seem like that they this. It's going to go into an envious heart. It's not going into a receptive heart. It's not going into a heart that's trying to receive love. It's going into an envious heart that doesn't even want you to have that to give to them. So it's not like you're helping a person. It's like you're hurting a person because they don't even want you to have the resources to help them out. They don't want you to be able to want to do it. I've dealt with that a lot. I've been called a villain for doing that. I used to be puzzled like, well, what the hell? And I'm like, and then, you know, of course, my mother had to tell me too, like, you cannot, no matter what you do. I'm pretty sure she knew about it because that's, you know, she done dealt with it. And I'd be like, well, I try to help. I help all the time. I do for this person more than they do for me. Why they mad at me? And it's like, you just don't get it. You just don't. It's so cute. You're so innocent. You don't get it. And I'm like, I cannot get that. Like, if a person was helping me like I was helping them, I would love them. But some people look at the help like, you think you better than me, that you can give me something? So you have to make a choice. You hope you can change them, but you can't. But your outcome is going to be stability. You're going to be stable. You're going to be grounded. Something is not going to break you. Something is not going to stop you. Something is not going to weaken you. It's also activation. It's also healing. Even though you hope that you can change a person because you really don't want them to be envious of you. You probably really looking at that like, look, I don't really even, but you do. So this big thing is happening in front of everybody, and I feel like you definitely need some type of strategy to figure out how you're going to, you know, move, how you're going to step. All right, so that's your reading. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.